Hello, welcome back. In today's video, let us understand what is proportion with some examples. Here, what is proportion? Proportion is an equation that states that two ratios are equivalent, which shows that two ratios are equivalent. If two ratios are equivalent, then it is said to be proportionate. Here, single colon is used for ratios as we have learned earlier, and double colon is used for proportion. Single colon is the sign for ratio and double colon is the sign for proportion. So here when we have two equivalent ratios, it is said to be proportionate. If it is not equivalent, then the ratios are not proportionate. In general, if A, B, C and D are four terms in a proportion, it is written as A colon B and double colon C D. AB is one ratio and CD is another ratio. Double colon states that it is proportionate or not, right? So here the first and the fourth term, that is A and D, are known as extreme terms. A and D are known as the first and the fourth terms, that is A and D are known as extreme terms or extremes. Similarly, B and C. So the second term and the third term, that is B and C, are known as middle terms or means. So here in proportion, the product of the extremes, that is A and D, and product of means, that is B and C, if they are equal means, then the ratios are said to be proportionate. If A into D is equal to B into C, AD is extreme terms and BC is middle terms. If extreme terms is equal to middle terms, that is extremes is equal to means, then these ratios are said to be proportionate. Otherwise, the ratios are not proportionate. Here, by two ways we can find whether the ratios are in proportionate or not. Look at an example here. 10 is to 12, double is to 30 is to 40. Yes, which means 10 is to 12 is proportionate to 30 is to 40 or not, we'll have to find out. So here first we will find the product of extremes, that is A and D, which is 10 into 40. What is 10 into 40? Yes, 400. Next we will find the product of means, that is 12 into 30. B into C. So here product of means B into C equals 12 into 30, which is equal to 360. Now product of extremes are not equal to product of means. Therefore 10, ratio 10, 12, ratio 30 and 40 are not in proportion. So here we can say the product of extremes are not equal to product of means. Therefore, 10 is to 12 is not proportionate to 30 is to 40. They are not in proportion, we can say. There is also alternative method. As I said, this is the first method, and the alternative method is first we have to write the given ratios in fraction form. We have to write in fraction form, and then 10 by 12 is the first ratio, right? Bring it down to the simplest form by dividing each term. So both are divisible by 2, right? So 10 or 2 5 times is 10 and 2 6 times is 12. Both of them we divided by 2 and we got the answer as 5 by 6. Next is 30 by 40. 30 is to 40. We have written as 30 by 40 in fraction form. Now divide both the terms. Both the terms are divisible by 10, right? 10 3 times is 30 and 10 4 times is 40. So we got the answer as 3 by 4 after simplifying it, after dividing each term by 10. So here 5 by 6, is it equivalent to 3 by 4? No, it is not equivalent to 3 by 4. So we can say 10, 12, 30 and 40 are not in proportion. In the above method also we found out that the ratios are not in proportion. In another way, we have to bring it down to simplest form and then find out whether it is proportionate or not. So here 10, 12, 30, 40 are not proportionate. They are not in proportion. Next, let us find out the given ratios are in proportion or not. To find out that, what we have to do, we have to find out whether the extremes are equal to means. Extremes are A into D should be equal to B into C. Let us find out. So here A, B, C, D, right? First we have to multiply 2 into 6. 2 into 6 equals 12. Also next B into C. B into C is 3 into 4. 3 into 4 is 12. Since the cross products are equal, that is 12, the ratios are in proportion. We can say the ratios are in proportion. Look at the next one, that is 5 is to 7 and 10 is to 14. Here cross multiply A, B, C, D. Multiply A into D first, that is 5 into 14. What is 5 into 14? Yes, 70. And B into C. What is B into C? 7 into 10. So 7 into 10 is also 70. So here the cross products are equal, that is 70. So we can say these ratios are in proportion. Yes, these ratios are in proportion, both A and B1. Next, let us check with the third one whether the given ratios are in proportionate or not. So here A, B, C, D. First multiply 2 into 6. What is 2 into 6? 12. And then 2 into 3. 2 into 3 is 6. Here we got the answer as extremes is 12 and the means is 6. So both are not equal. As they are not equal, the given ratios are not in proportion. So students, I hope you have understood how to check whether the given ratios are in proportion or not. These questions for you to check yourself. Check and find out whether the given ratios are in proportion or not. Thanks for watching and keep supporting